There you have a griever named John Weaver, which is me. From Rosamond, California, April 2nd, 2026. Time index right now is about 7 o'clock at night. West Coast time. I'm being challenged somehow. One of the local groups out here on Facebook, who are asking about a cross that was removed a few years back on our hills. If you guys would actually look at the hillsides very carefully when you do a Google Map search, they're not exactly updated. On a piece of private property a long time ago, a cross was put up on a hill to be seen by both incoming and outgoing folks on the 14 freeway, but also across the town. If they looked at the hill, they would see the cross. Well, unfortunately, the owner decided they didn't want to have the cross here anymore, and they wanted it removed. So somebody saved and salvaged it and is trying to find another place to move it at. But here's the thing. Concerning about the cross itself, which does represent Christianity at this point, even though it was on private property, it wouldn't have any issues with the ACLU. Like I know another cross out in the Hollywood Hills that had the issues, right along the Cahuenga Pass, coming through the pass, that is. But out here in Rosamond, this cross had been there a little bit longer than I had been in this town. A lot of people had made their trek every Easter sunrise. It was a personal experience to them. Probably a deeply spiritual experience that they wanted to share with a lot of people. I couldn't make that trek if I wanted to. There was no way hell I was going to be climbing out that damn hill. But other people did make it. And if I had been able to do it, I would have been able to do it and just sharing the experience myself. Unless I'm going to be going into a church and then try to share the Easter experience, but it's not the same. I did that for a long time. As a kid growing up, and I mentioned about the cross on the Cahuenga Pass in the Hollywood Hills that was facing kind of both directions, I guess, when it was lit up. It was on public land, and it was built longer than I was born, and age-wise. But somebody sued and had it removed because, according to the lawsuit, there should not be any religious artifacts on public property. But it was shuffled a few yards, or actually a few hundred yards, to another location, hopefully where it was seen by the Hollywood Bowl and other people going through the route on the 170 freeway. And for me, every time I kept seeing that cross, it was a landmark for me. Not just for navigational, but somehow a spiritual landmark in a way. Because every time I kept going over to the Hollywood Bowl Easter sunrise services so many years ago, it was important. It was very important. This coming Sunday, I'm going to get up and I'm trying to get a sunrise photographed. Just my records. I will get out the plastic eggs. I will put plastic eggs in my basket. They won't have anything in them. They'll just be plastic eggs. And if I'm allowed candy, I probably would be putting them in there. Because right now, I'm trying to keep the feelings of what this holiday season is supposed to mean to me. I mean, for a long time, I just didn't get it. I mean, yeah, I heard the scriptures of different chapters in the New Testament about Jesus' life and death and what happened during that time. I can see all the Hollywood, the holiday shows about it, or related to it. But it never stirred me inside. I mean, yeah, I saw it, and okay, fine, I saw it. And I kept seeing it every year. 10 Commandments keeps coming out. Ben-Hur keeps coming out. Jesus Christ Superstar comes out. The Robe. The Silver Chalice. And other shows back in the 50s and 60s that tried to capture it. Except you look at it as perennials and you're like, oh, good Lord, I got to pay how much again just to see this on streaming again now? A few of the discs I still have, and I'll watch them from time to time. I'm still overdoing myself on this one. Probably tomorrow I'll do it. But that conversation I had with the anonymous user somehow on the social chat. Yes, there are people out there who think that faith and religion is a joke. That there isn't a spiritual God out there or a spiritual entity or anything else like that. And that's okay for that person to think about it. Somebody had made a mention about the cross not being there and asking a question and gotten a lot of responses, including a lot of anguish over it. Because the cross still meant something to those of the faith and of the belief. And who take this holiday very deeply inside themselves. It gets harder and harder for me to deal with the holiday seasons like this because the family's not here. They're all dead, passed on, not here to share mortally. But it's beyond that the meaning of this holiday grabs a person to make them understand what they're dealing with right now. There are things happening in my life that are challenging me beyond my comprehension and putting me through situations I never would put myself into. A mad cacophony of calls and appointments I have to go through to salvage my mortal body one way or another. And if my mind and spirit were broken, at least we'll try to get the damn body healed up somehow by monitoring blood coming out of little pinpricks that hurt like hell. Or even psychology, where people are trying to get into my head one way or another. Taking care of a festering wound that is healing up slowly but surely, but it's still healing. And hopefully it doesn't need to be dug out again. I just hope it keeps healing and I don't get to lose anything. But also a way of changing my own diet, where I have to exercise, even with a sore foot. I still got to do that. I'm going to have to. Because my mortal corpse wants to live. My spirit's not so assured much. Although, it's not grasping it enough. I was in pure depression and pure aggravation at this point. I didn't want to deal with the medical establishment at all. I just wanted to live and then die, and that was about it. Just not deal with anything. But when I saw that damn wound on my foot, right by my toe, underneath, at that pad, it was like my brain and my body went into survival mode, but my spirit is still trying to figure shit out. Or maybe it's still trying to guide me in a way that I have to be guided. That part of my personality still keeps saying, no, slow it down. Let's talk about this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's keep go. And I'm like, damn it, I'm slowing and I want to sleep and I can't sleep because I'm taking care of things and things are keeping me up in the morning, and now you want to dope, drug, batter, beat, bruise me and drug me up and scare the crap out of me. I have to drag out these appointments so I can get some breathing room and sleeping room if I had some. Speaking of which, she must be obeyed. Finally fell asleep. Took her long enough. And I got to take care of her. Probably this month or next month. Because there's some things she's going through. But I'm realizing the fact that I'm running a damn ragged race and I'm scared. I've been doing this anger and vitriol and not liking the medical establishment for any damn reason. Except maybe to use them to get through my damn thick skull. And then something medical happens and everything else is in a mad rush, and I'm trying to make sense out of it all. And if that wasn't bad enough, when the spiritual aspect of this week is making itself more known to me than at any other time, it's like, what is going on, God? That I had not been able to take a breath. Try to calm myself down a bit so I'm not stressing myself out a great deal. Yet this week is rushing. Rushing to a conclusion that I don't know what the hell I'm going to get myself into. So, in answer to this particular guy in the social media of our fair town of Rosamond, California, might I suggest to say to this gentleman, keep your fucking opinions to yourself. Because you're not hurting anybody except your own loneliness and your own lack of faith in religion and belief. Humans made the religion, as we thought they were there, to feel like they were not disconnected from anything and everybody, including the universe itself. The universe was a hell of a lot vaster and bigger than they are. Still is. And I told a story to this one guy about my own history. About a boy born with multiple birth defects, especially heart defects, that had to have heart operation, open heart operation at the age of 4 years old in 1970 at a hospital named the Cedar Sinai of Lebanon, which is now for over the past 30 to 40 years has been Scientology. Scientology is supposed to be some kind of religion, and yet it's not. It's the study of science, if you tear apart the grammatics of it. The science of what? Mind? There's nothing mentioning about the mind. Just only bullshit. But that's someone else's faith and belief in something. And I can't keep desecrating the damn thing. If it works for them, I'm not going to argue with it. But the one thing I can argue with is somebody says that Christianity sucks and the cross sucks, and there's, why should we have that up there? Because there's a lot of people that depend upon a cross, even if they happen to see it on a church steeple, or a side of a building, or even on a hilltop. A physical representation that they can try holding on to, even in memories of keeping them going. I had spiritual experiences happen in my life. In my youth, it was quite freaky. But growing up as an adult, to the age I am, I was looking out for those experiences. I still needed those experiences to guide me. I wasn't looking for a wizard with a hat, or a funny looking beard, or carrying a stick and calls himself Gandalf or anything else like that. Faith has to come to a person at a point of his life, or her life, or however they want to call themselves, to where they acknowledge they are powerless beyond, and the universe is knocking on their door. It's scary. In different forms and formats, it's terrifying. But in other ways, it's exhilarating, uplifting, depending on the experiences and situations that are happening. I can't explain what the experiences will be for each person. I don't have that information. I can only tell you about my own experiences happening this time. And you may call it bullshit. But for you, you didn't walk my path. You didn't live my life. You're not me. You're you. So I can't challenge you, and I can't call you a hypocrite. Unless, of course, you think you're a Christian and you're doing things opposite of a Christian, then I will call you a hypocrite. Gladly. And that being said,